So, sorry, I'm a mess. I'm just out here having my morning coffee. And it's been so beautiful out here with the birds and Kitty and my Mariah's over there doing chalk pictures. Anyway, and it's nice to be out here with it all clean and tidy. Oh God, it feels so good. But anyway, here's the thing I was looking into, because I'm having to divide the hen and chicks every couple of years, and I have mountains of them now. And in past years, I've like filled grocery bags with them and like posted them on Facebook Marketplace for free, and people come pick them up, whatever. But I'm like, wait a minute, I put a lot of time, money, energy into these plants, the water, the soil, the plant feed, anyway, space in my yard, all of that. So why I don't have to give them away for free? I mean, that's nice, and I think it's a good idea. And I do want to start like a plant co-op, like a little plant exchange in my area. I have better lighting over here. Let me see. No. Sorry. YouTuber, what are you going to do? But anyway, so I do want to do that. I want to start something like that where we can trade plants and share and whatever. But in the meantime, I've got bills to pay and I've got dreams, and I want to freaking get to England and do my garden tour stuff. And so why not sell them? But then I was like, how am I going to go about that? I don't want to have to like get a business license. I'm not getting like a whole store. I don't have enough for that. And there's no way that I can compete with like, Lowe's, Walmart, anything like that. So what can I do? Well, what about the farmer's market? And then I was like, oh, I don't know, because you've got to pay a fee to have a stall and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, the least you can do is just look up what it cost. Just look up what it cost. And so I was anticipating, like $40 per weekend was what I was guessing was going to be the fee. Get ready for this. You're not going to believe this. I didn't believe it. For the entire season, $30. It is a $30 fee for the entire season. Now, obviously, I've got to provide all my own tables and canopy and all of that. That's fine, because those can also be business expenses and stuff like that. And so not a big deal and absolutely worth it. So guys, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm going to have the kids help here and there, probably mainly Mariah, because the other two have their jobs now. And Mariah does work for her grandma, but not enough that it would interfere in any way. Whereas the other two, they have really busy schedules. So not that they can't help a little here and there as well, because, I would like it to, be somewhat of a family thing. But oh my God, think of the possibilities. Like with all my fruit and herbs, and I'm going to be making the grapevine wreaths from our grapevines, just all the things that we could do. And to not feel so like I have to process all the fruit, or I've got to make sure it gets shared out and we can go actually make a little money off it and have some fun, out and about with the community, and do some social anxiety challenging for me. And, I'm so excited. That is absolutely what we're doing. So I'll have to invest in a few things like the canopy. I won't need to get tables. I already have a couple of tables, folding tables, but I will need to get, I don't know. I know I was thinking of things that I would probably need for that, but, I know, a freezer, like a chest freezer. We used to have one downstairs until we had that little clothing or clothes dryer fire situation, and it singed some wires and destroyed our chest freezer that we had, which really shouldn't have been down there anyway. It was not safe. There was not enough room, and we really don't have room in the house to put even a tiny little chest freezer. So it's going to have to go in my new studio shed, which I really didn't want to do, because if I'm going to record out there, it's going to be noisy, having the freezer. But let's be honest, it's going to be a few years before I'm able to kit out that like build out that shed enough inside that it's a legit like studio situation. Okay. And by investing in this freezer and using that space for the freezer, we'll be able to earn the money to build out the shed. Oh, and this is something that I can do even as my body, deteriorates and the condition progresses and that kind of thing. This is something I can still do, especially with the help of my family. So it just makes sense. So I've been looking at different kind of small-ish chest freezers and seeing kind of what the price range is. And they're actually not nearly as expensive as I thought they would be. I'm not going to get a huge one, but I don't want a little tiny one either because that's kind of pointless, right? So going to get one. I think what did it... Oh, I can't remember how many cubic feet it was that I was looking at. But anyway, I don't want it to be too big that it takes up like way too much of the studio shed because I do need it, room in there for other things. And once I get it tidied up here this week or this weekend and next week, we're going to get everything out of the attic that is like crafting supplies and whatnot, art supplies, to go into the shed where they belong. And so I want to be able to have all of my crafting and whatever out there. So I don't want to get too big of a freezer. But if we're really going to do this and do the farmer's market part of it and whatnot, I'm going to need that freezer for fruit and stuff like that. But also, and that would be for us too, for our use as well. But also for seeds. Yes, I am going to start selling my seeds. I have so much, and now that I've been collecting them, and anyway, the thing is, I think I put up a short video about it the other day. I'm having to go through and test seeds that I've had for a while because I was not storing them properly. Like, to be fair with myself, to give myself some grace, these last several years have been roller coaster. Okay, absolute roller coaster, and not always a fun one. In fact, more often than not, kind of a miserable one. And so stuff like storing my seeds properly was absolutely not a priority. But now, where I am back to my gardening, like in full force, and where I want to start selling seeds at the farmer's market, but also online or here through YouTube, probably here through YouTube, because I've heard that like Etsy charges an arm and a leg. So, so probably here, I need to do it right. I want to have good, reliable seeds, and so I was researching how to best store them, and it was talking about freezers, but you need to use a desiccant, which is like those little packets that come in like your clothing and things that you get shipped to you that absorb moisture. So I ordered a huge packet of those, and those will be here today. So that's another thing to invest in. But again, a tax write-off as long as we start selling this stuff. And I'm going to, all the ones that I'm harvesting now, they're going to get treated right. They're going to get in fact, I think that might be the Amazon truck. Sounds like it. Maybe. Anyway, excuse me, allergies. What are you going to do? I am going to treat them right, store them right, and sell them here and at the farmer's market, along with fruits, vegetables, herbs, that kind of stuff. Maybe even candles if I get better at making them. I don't know what else. I don't know. It's just an idea that I've just barely put into concrete in my brain that, yes, we're going to do this. This is going to happen. So I haven't worked out all the details yet. If you have any ideas, suggestions, whatever, if you've been involved in a farmer's market before, I would love to know your experience and just any tips, tricks, suggestions that you have, stuff you learned along the way, stuff you learned the hard way that could help me avoid any unnecessary like little disasters and stuff. I'd sure appreciate it. Anyway, I'm so excited. I just had to share all that with you because I'm so freaking excited. I've been working really hard the last little bit because the projects, like I have this list. It was like the front yard had to get done first, and we did it. And then it was stuff in the house and then other procedures and what have you. And then it was, okay, now the patio laughing place, the enclosed backyard area second. Well, I finished that yesterday. I was in a whole lot of pain last night. It was really rough. I had to take pain medicine, which I'm not happy about, but I got it done. So today, I'm going to be doing a puzzle with my sister, and I'm going to watch one or two games at Reagan's volleyball tournament that he has today. And then this afternoon and then tomorrow through next week is the studio shed clean out and organization and stuff that I was going to put in a yard sale but did not do. Most of that we're going to take and donate so that I can clear it out so that we can take the dollhouse from the front room and move it into the studio shed so that we have a place for a Christmas tree. But then after Christmas, in that front corner of the house, I know I've shown you guys, that is where I will set up my tables for my seedlings and all of that, the grow lights, the heat mats, everything. I'm so excited to get that going. Like, we're gardening, you guys, we're gardening, but it's like this project has to get done before that project, and I don't want to have 20 messes going at once. I've been working really hard at that the last few years and doing so much better at it. And so it's get this area done. Well, basically clean one area so that you can move everything from the next area to that clean area, clean the next area, then move everything from the next area to that clean. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm finding it to be very effective, and it's working, and I'm getting these projects all the way done before moving on to the next, which if you've been with me for any amount of time, like over on our main channel, The Frugal Family, then you know that is so incredibly difficult for me. This brain is always like, even when medicated, it's swirling all over the place. So I've been sticking to it, and I'm really proud of that. And I also had stuff in the driveway that needed to be cleaned up and put away and tidied and what have you, and got that all done. Yeah, I was in so much pain last night, but did a whole bunch with the tennis ball and stretching, and then, of course, a little bit of pain medication. Taking it a lot easier today. But I do want to at least get started on the shed, and this time I'm being smart and letting the kids help. Well, Mariah specifically, she's with me today. She's the only one home today with me, and that made it sound like she lives somewhere else. Oh, that'd be awful. No. But anyway, I'm gonna have her help with the heavier parts. I am approved to do the lifting and the twisting and the bending within reason, but I definitely have done too much. That's just reality. I just have. So I am going to have her help with the heavier stuff, moving stuff out of the studio shed so that we can go through it. Get that all set up, get the dollhouse moved out there, get the new little freezer bought and installed. And then the next project, I'm hoping that before snow, to get out to the Wonderland garden for at least a little bit, for a couple of projects, like to prune the fruit trees and to chop all the grapevines down so that I have them for winter to work on the grapevine wreaths. We'll see. But then the big winter project is back in the attic again, but putting in the plywood that I got dumpster diving to put all that in. Right now it's in our big shed to keep it out of it got wet. Like one time it rained and it got wet, and I was like, oh God, this is going to get ruined, and oh no. And anyway, so that's all now in the big shed, that shed right there. So that's all safe now. And so this winter, and it shouldn't be too bad in the attic because I haven't been dumpster diving, and so there just hasn't been loads of stuff to put up there. Mainly what's up there, I think, is like my big Halloween characters and stuff that I didn't use this year, and like crafting supplies and the kids' memory stuff, and then camping and Christmas. So I only want to have up there the memory stuff, mementos and some of the baby clothes, and you know what I mean, stuff like that. That kind of stuff, and then the little bit of camping and the Christmas. I don't want to have anything else up there. So anything that's, the crafting and whatnot is going to come into the studio shed. So that's kind of the progression of the projects. One needed to get done so that this one could get done, so that this one could get done. And it's coming together. It's really coming together. I know this little journal of mine, I should have started it that way. Yes, I'm Julie. This is my journal. In which times I'm known to ramble a lot. And I've only had a small coffee today. So, Anyway, it's coming along. I'm getting the stuff done. Yes, I have overdone it. I am going to work very hard to not work so hard. To do a little better. I'm also under a bit of a time crunch though, because the cold weather will be coming. I mean, it's already chilly and we've had our first hard frost, but I do need to work within, reason. And well, the other part of the time crunch is that on the 20th of this month, I'm having another procedure on my hips. And so I know that one's going to be a fairly rough recovery. And that's kind of the cutoff point, honestly, for anything that we're going to do with the studio shed. Not necessarily with the Wonderland garden, because I can have the kids help a lot with that. I don't know. It's winter is coming. The procedure is coming. Then all the holiday festivities and whatnot. And so I am kind of under this time crunch that I want this done. I want that done. I want this done, before all that. We'll see. We'll see. The priority right now, the biggest one is the studio shed, to get that done so that we can move the dollhouse from the front room into there. No, I am not getting rid of my dollhouse. And in fact, I have some video ideas for it. Yeah. To get that moved so that we'll have a place for the Christmas tree and the seedling stuff. And I don't want to be trying to do that in December when it's even more cold and possibly snow and ice, trying to, at that time, declutter the studio shed and not able to use this whole patio area. I don't want to do that to myself. So what I will do, though, is a much better job of asking for help and then letting them help. And together as a team, because we're a team, we'll get it done. We will. Yeah. Maybe not all this stuff out in the Wonderland, but that's okay, because in the spring we can jump in early and get on those things before all the leaves come in and all of that, So that one is not like, it's a want, it's not a need, It's not like it has been so neglected for so long. Another winter is not going to make any difference. It's not. So the priority is the studio shed. I'm so proud of how much we've gotten done, how much this body has been able to do. I know I go on and I cry to myself. In fact, oh my God, the last several days, I sure have had some come aparts for the pain. Oh, and the fact that I just can't do as much as I would like to be able to do. I've really had some fall aparts, but I hate when I hear sirens. Oh God, I hate sirens. Very triggering. But this body has done really well, and I am very proud of how much it has let me push and push and push to get shit done. So I am grateful for that. I'm so grateful. God, I hate sirens. I don't know if you guys can even hear them, but yeah, sirens going like crazy. And then there's a little kitty that's somewhere in here under these plant pots and wheelbarrow and stuff. She's chasing around a little ball. It's just like a gorgeous morning, just an absolutely gorgeous morning out here, enjoying the fruits of my labors, out here able to have my coffee with my Mimi over there drawing with, you used up that whole thing of chalk? Yeah. She's an artist. It doesn't take up. And then Kitty chasing a ball around. It's just a glorious morning. And that's been a really neat thing with these different projects that I've gotten done, is that once I've gotten them to just maintenance, like especially out in the front yard, because that was, the first one, just being able to sit out there and enjoy. And oh my God, yes, I have spent so much time out on my porch just enjoying my front yard and dreaming of how amazing it's going to be this spring. And now I'm able to come out here and do the same here. And it feels good. It feels really good. It really does. We've still got a long ways to go, a lot of weight to lose, a lot of strength to gain, all of that kind of stuff. There's a lot. We still got a ways to go. but we're getting there and we're getting stuff done and it feels wonderful. Anyway, okay. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. A lot of exciting things coming. I've been Julie. This has been my journal. Have a beautiful day.